What's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Dubs Boxing. In this video, I'm gonna preview a fight card for Saturday, February the 16th. It's PBC on Fox, live in LA at the Microsoft Theater. You have Leo Santa Cruz versus Rafael Rivera. I'm gonna also touch on some notable fighters on the undercard, some prospects, and some 50-50 matchups. So let's get into it. So you have Leo Santa Cruz, 35-1 with 19 KOs. He's probably is argued to be the best fighter at featherweight in the featherweight division. He's the WBA champion, coming off a win over Abner Mares last summer. He only fought one time last year, so he's trying to get back active. He's fighting a late replacement opponent, Rafael Rivera. Miguel Flores, his previous opponent, he pulled out due to an injury. Now Rivera's stepping in. He's 26-2 with 17 KOs, so he can crack a little bit. Those two losses, he lost to Jojo Diaz on a 4-day notice, which he went the distance, and he lost to prospect Joet Gonzalez from Golden Boy Stable, and that was a highly contested fight right there. So it could have went either way. So I expect Leo to pull it off to win this fight, but I expect it to be a tough fight, and I think Rivera gonna come to fight. So I don't expect no upset, but I do expect a good fight. So we'll see what happens on Saturday. In the co-main event, you have Omar Figueroa Jr. versus John Molina Jr. Figueroa is 27-0 with 19 KOs. John Molina is 30-7 with 24 KOs. So it's a battle of some good punchers. Figueroa is coming off a long layoff, due to injuries and legal issues. The last time he fought was July 2017 versus Robert Guerrero at welterweight, and he stopped him in 3 rounds. John Molina last fought 2007, the back end of 2017. He had a knockout win over Ivan Redcat. So this makes out to be a good fight. I don't see it as a war at first. I actually see John Molina boxing a little bit like he did in the Ruslan Provodnikov fight. That was probably his best career win right there. I mean, going into that fight, we thought it was gonna be a war, which it was a good fight. But John Molina boxed a little more. He's gonna have to do that in this fight and get away from Figueroa's relentless pressure. So we'll see. It should be a good fight. Also, you have Cesar Juarez versus Yakasuki Asawa. Now, this fight is for the 122-pound IBF title eliminator. The winner get TJ Doheny. Asawa is a former IBF champion. He's a southpaw from Japan. He lost his belt to Doheny in a close fight. The scores was pretty wide in my opinion, but it was more like a 7-5 Doheny type of fight. It was a good fight. Juarez, he's 23-6 with 17 KOs. He's one of them scrappy, tough Mexicans that you're gonna have to you're gonna have to kill him to get him up out of there. He only been stopped once by Dalby, and he gave O'Neal Donnell hell. He gave a bunch of other fighters hell. So that's a good fight. So I'm looking forward to that one. Also, you have another championship fight on the card. You have Carlos Lincona versus DJ Creel. Lincona is 14-0 with 2 KOs, and Creel is 14-1 with 6 KOs. This fight is at the 105-pound division, so it's not a lot of punching power, but it's a lot of action. Lincona is trained by Robert Garcia, so he's a technical type of fighter. He like to place his shots, pretty, kind of like in the mold of Mikey. He's on the front foot, and he's a tactician. Creel, he fights with his hands up. He comes forward. He throws some good body punches and some good power shots. So it should be a good fight. I hope they broadcast this on TV because it's a good fight. A 50-50 fight I want to touch on between some prospects. Sebastian Fundora, 11-0 with 7 KOs, and Donnie Marshall, 10-0 with 6 KOs. Fundora is 6'6", 6'7", and they fight at 154 pounds. Very, very tall guy. He's not going to be hard to miss. Marshall, he's 6 foot. He's a prospect, decent fighter, boxer, puncher. So this is a good little prospect fight, a 50-50. All right. Also, you have a nice little prospect on the undercard. His name is Carlos Balderas. He's 6-0 with 5 KOs. He's a former 2016 Olympian. Um, Great power, good skills. He fights at the 135-pound division. Um, he signed with Ringstar with Richard Schaefer, so he got a good backing behind him. He's been staying active. He also have a brother that fights, so they're a fighting family, and he's a good fighter. So hopefully they'll telecast him, show him on TV too. He's a good young fighter, so looking for some good things from him. So I know when you look at the main event and you see Rafael Rivera, nobody never heard of him, and they like, why Leo fighting a tune-up or whatever. If you dig a little bit deep into it, it's actually a good fight. I don't think Leo gonna lose, but it's a good fight. And then if you look at the card, there's some good matchups on here, and it should make for some exciting fights. So I'm looking forward to it. Um, they'll probably have a FS1 card for the prelims before the main card start. So be on the lookout for that. The main card will start Saturday, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific. So I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. Like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll be back with another one.